You know, before YouTube fucked it all up, I had the greatest job in the world, opening for Hypnocast every night.
But then we got the call, and YouTube hammered us for Moxie's tits.
So now I'm jobless and broke with nowhere to go.
Your phone ringing.
Oh,
Your
the phone is ringing.
Big boy, come pick up your phone. How you know pick up your phone?
Hello, this is the Gopher. Who is it?
Hello, Gopher. The time is now. Hypnocast Season 3 is here, and we want you back.
Holy shit, boys, we are back in business! That son of a bitch is gonna scream any minute now. Let the show begin.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Probably all agree you can't cut 12-year-old Timmy's cock off.
Yeah. I like how you said cut for like half a second.
Yeah. Well, it's cut and cock, and it came out cuck, and yeah, that's. Whoops! Oh fuck! Oh no! Mistakes were made.
He's been waiting in the shadows patiently.
I just smashed JT the fuck out of this.
Your face is turning red.
Yeah, because I know that the next SNH I'm gonna be fucked.
Oh yeah.
But at least I
with
won't
a
be
horse
fucked.
cock.
That's an unknown part of the map, so I didn't see it yet. Could I survive if I jump? Nope. Nope. Nope.
America the greatest country in the world?
No.
If you were offered a one-way ticket to leave the country, never come back, but it's all expenses paid, would you accept that offer?
I don't think that I would leave. I wouldn't leave either.
Wow. Oh, I just took it. I did that. I took it with me. Oh shit.
Yo.
It's always the black people holding everybody else down.
Time out. All right. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to bed. I'm tired. Tired of this shit. This communist ass game, whatever. This doesn't want
Somebody
me to
else got it. You didn't get in.
Yeah, it's just a lot of racism today. All right. Y'all have fun. I'll just continue to watch and cope and see.
Sounds good.
And look at this motherfucker pretending he's gonna watch more Stranger Things.
Yeah, you know he's gonna watch Stranger Things all day. Either that or like some game or something.
Doesn't mean I don't have my phone next to me. You know?
Watching porn.
That's tomorrow. Okay, bye.
MILF Hunters Part 14.
Now, Hypno, I could have hit you with a shuriken. I opted not to because I'm a good friend.
That's fucked up, you liar. You're a liar. You're an absolute liar. You're a liar. I knew it. Never trust white people.
Thank you, and I wouldn't have done it. You could have said thank you, but you said like, yeah,
Because I knew you were gonna do it. Why is my chat not working? What the fuck? Come on. Why is my chat box not working? What's going on here? Is it frozen? That's weird. That's weird. My chat box is not working. All right, whatever. Anyway, welcome everybody to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right, we are live. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do any of that, you got to bring it in close, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Bring it in close. Sounds like operator error. That's fucked up, bro. Bring it in close. Come on, hurry up. We got to get it going. The night is young. We got a lot we got to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. So bring it in close. Hurry up and listen very closely. If you are watching on YouTube, like the stream. Do it now. If you are watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you are watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you are watching anywhere else right now. That's gay, bro. So like the stream. Don't let it happen to you. People keep saying bring the chat back. I can't bring the chat. What do you want from me? I'm trying to I don't know what's happening. It never has a problem. It's so weird. That's so weird. Why is it not working? I guess I could look into it after. I don't know. Or maybe I just have to reset it. I have no idea. All right, whatever. Anyway, can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking? What are we checking today? Actually, I don't think it's StreamYards. I think it's probably Streamlabs that's messing up the chat, to be honest with you. But what are we checking? We got Hugs check, Fentanyl Business check, Heresy check, RIP Black Jesus check. What else we got? Hugging you're a hypothalamus? What the fuck is that? Hypothalamus? I've never heard of that. Damn the returning cold check. Zelosi, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better, man. Store was out of state check. Oh, that's fucked up. How could they be out of state? That's crazy. That's damn near a felony at this point. Just got Cat Quest 3. Nice. I will always recommend Cat Quest. I don't care what people say. Don't care. Cat Quest is amazing. I'm in the opening check. Yes, Yamato, you are technically in the opening. Yes, you are. I was looking through a bunch of funny clips. Trying to get some funny clips for the new intro. That is our new intro for season 3, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a good time. That'll allow us to get some other clips that we could play throughout the season without being tied to the intro. I tried to keep it shorter. More TV show-like. Does that make sense, I guess? What else we got? Getting fit check, says Toasty. Very nice. Very nice. Always a good thing. My mobile suit coolant came dented but not leaking, Chet. Damn. That sucks. Got myself DMC HD collection. Nice. Very fucking nice. That is awesome. You can never go wrong with DMC HD. All right, boys. Yeah, that's crazy. Hypnos chat went to the Leering Center. All right, boys. Listen, our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded like the stream. All right, let's do the Bigot Army roll call. Let's see who is in this chat right now, aside from former Kotaku Uridalis, Black Samurais, that unfortunately did exist last year, but no longer do, and people that swear that I'm still sick, but I'm actually feeling pretty good now. I'm like 99% there. I'm 99% there. That's why I skipped Griffcast today, so that I can rest my voice a little bit more, because I'm like, bro, I just can't. But you know what? It's fine. We're rocking out today. All right, boys. What do we got? We got Tim Grove over on YouTube. What's going on, man? We got 17 Crash Gaming. What's going on? We got Deku Leader, The Voice in the Water, Colonel Ruv, Creepy07, Fluffy Murder Machine, Dragon, Ali Kusanagi, Radio Chim, Demon Carol, Old Man Cad. Got Benjamin Altman. We got Yamato 85. We got Nick Havoc, Gray Soul over on Rumble, Face Summer, Speedy Cake, John D. We got Felsteph, Hypnotic and Rapture. We got Romanizer 24, D Draconic over on Rumble, Jay Sims, Tiger King, Commander Sonok, Secret Final Boss, Dragon, Setsuna Shadow, Dark Daimos questioning his entire existence, Magni 32, Lionheart Cowboy, Beautiful Zexel. We got Low KZ420 on Rumble, the Genetic Spore over on Rumble. We got Grimlock, Odin Dark, A Kickin' Donuts, Zombie Hunter, Black Tailgate Pizza Cat, Panthera, questioning his entire pronouns, it seems. We got Limitless Andre, Air Razor over on Rumble, Light Ferrets over on Rumble, Blue Octopus screaming at the top of their lungs. We got Ali Kusanagi, Death on a Trike, Joseph, Tanya Raven saying, Hero, please. We got Dragatello, Hades, King, Demon Wing questioning his existence, where he's at right now, and whether or not he's got padded walls, which is, that's a lot. That's a lot, man. Darkwind, 25. Adair Soto, Jumbie. All right, 4 more people, boys. 4 more people that we got to get on with the show. Let's go. Like the stream. We got Reaper Knight. We got Shinville, Sleeping Nova. We got Monkey Man 04. We got Matthew with the Hero Priest again. Shit emoji. Ron DFK. We got Matthew Watson. That's a good choice, man. Playing Marvel Cosmic Invasion while listening. That's awesome. I got to get back in that game, man. I really do. What do we got? We got Kalen. We got Magdi. We got Triple J Jr. Petey Panda says today's his birthday. Everybody throw up the cake emojis in the chat right now for Petey Panda. Happy fucking birthday, my man. That is awesome. Cake emojis in the chat, boys and girls. Let's go. Cake emojis in the chat. We got the King Joker, Corgi Monsi. Who else is here? Mr. Melancholy. We got, let me scroll down. QC. Is the live chat supposed to be disappeared? No, it's not. I don't know what's going on with it. Jonose. I don't know what's going on with it. We got, who else is here? Melodic Method. What's going on, man? And last but not least, we got Akuma. We got, let me see, scroll down. Who haven't I called yet? Let me scroll down. Joel Jimenez. And we got Fluffy Murder Machine. And BioT Wolf 19. And we got IMZ Monkey. And we got Hanny. All right, boys, listen, I called out as many people as I possibly could. Let's sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member. And let's see who is going to get the final call out money shot today, ladies and gentlemen. Who is going to be the lucky one? Let's see. We got Old Man Cad sitting on my front porch with the Adeptus Soritas. They got my booty hole covered. Get the fuck off my lawn and go fuck with someone down by 5 and leave me alone. Fuck your feelings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lionheart Cowboy says pineapple pizza is the truth. Go down by... Ew. No, it's not. No, it's fucking not. That's nasty. Go down by 5, you lose. No parry, no reverse, and no dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Old Man Cat did it on Rumble. This guy's on Rumble too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oliver says denied. Go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. Voice of the Water, no games urinalist. No Microsoft. Ilmer sneaks up on the person to go down by 5, addicting them to his venom and telling them the only way they'll get their next dose is if they take the money shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lionheart Cowboy with his nasty fucking pineapple pizza. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, come on, man.
Holy shit.
Bro, seriously? On fries? On fries? On fries, Matthew? Really? Fries? Fries.
Holy shit.
Bro, this is unbelievable. This is genuinely unfucking believable. Matthew, that's nasty, bro. That is nasty. Congratulations, Matthew. you are the recipient of the money shot today.
What the?
Like the stream, boys. Matthew's a little fucked in the head, I think. All right, man. Listen, we got a lot we got to talk about today. Again, I don't know what the hell's going on with the chat. I apologize, but the chat's not working. I gotta fix it. I have no idea what's going on with that. Everything breaks at the last second. We actually have a lot of topics to cover. We're gonna do minimal gaming, like indie game stuff today. I think I have like 3 that we'll go over. But aside from that, we have a ton of topics to go over. We got Ubisoft experiencing more layoffs after we just talked about their layoffs yesterday. Well, apparently we have even more. We got Eidos Montreal apparently working on an upcoming Quad A video game. I'm so sick of these people calling it a Quad A video game. I really am. It is very annoying. But we're going to talk about it. We're also going to talk about Cygames is apparently getting attacked so bad online because apparently they were announcing that they were opening up either like a sector of their company or another studio or something related to AI, generative AI, or just AI in general. And apparently their fans just lost their fucking minds and literally bullied the company into reversing the decision, which I think is hilarious. So we're going to go over that. We're also going to go over a recent Reddit thread from somebody who apparently has been helping Capcom fix their game on PC. Imagine needing a Redditor to help your fucking AAA company fix your AAA game on PC. It's actually kind of sad. But you wouldn't even believe what is potentially causing performance issues for Capcom's Monster Hunter Wilds. You wouldn't even believe it if I told you. So we're going to save that for the first topic. That's going to be the first thing we're going to talk about. It's insane. We're also going to talk about Steam removing the clown emoji. Apparently, Steam has completely removed the clown emoji, and apparently they're no longer going to allow you to transfer points from user to user by gifting emojis or awards to another person for something related to community work, which is really stupid. Like that was the whole point of the point system. But apparently they are taking that away. Like I can understand the whole clown jester thing, people bait posting, rage bait posting, farming clown points. I get that. But it's like, what are we doing here? You know, what the fuck? Like, why are you doing it to all the emojis? That's crazy. Anyway, we'll talk about that. I think that's a really bad decision. We're also going to talk about Legacy of Kain creator reveals a new game that he's been working on. Apparently, Harry Potter VR game gets canceled. So we'll talk about that. We also got an update on the CWA union situation with Ubisoft in Canada. Apparently, they met up in person. So we'll talk about that. And we got some other side stories. EB Games closing down in New Zealand, every single store. There's a lot going on, boys. Apparently, Anthem's already getting a private server in the works. That didn't take that long. So there's a lot we got to go over, boys. But before we do that, we got to do the number 1 segment on YouTube, the number 1 segment on Rumble, the number 1 segment all around the galaxy. This segment is known none other than the Pre-Stream Legends. Hi. You thought I was going to play the song? Is that what you thought?
Money, 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 print money, money, cash, money, well, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, 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 heaps and heaps of money, 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 print money, cash, money, well, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat, money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no-code names, SJW screaming, but it's money they blame, burning with envy, they're falling flat, they can't handle the sound of a super chat.
That's right. We got ourselves the Pre-Stream Legends, ladies and gentlemen, where if we get lucky today, we will be able to do 538 Tier 1s in a row and 229 Tier 2s in a row. So make sure to like the stream, do your best, forget the rest. You know how it goes, boys. All right, man. We got first starting us off on YouTube, King Demon Wing. Everybody spam the King Demon Wing emojis in the chat right now for the 10 membership mega banger.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
Shout out to King Demon Wing. And considering that is the first one of the stream, you already know what that means. Shout out to King Dinnerwing. I appreciate that, my man. 10 membership mega banger to start us off for the evening. And then we have a Kickin' Donuts dropping a membership all on his own as well, continuing the membership train. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. We got Mr. Melancholy with a 149 super sticker. Thank you so much, Mr. Melancholy. I appreciate you. Dare Soto with a $20. Here we go! Lucha, 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 lucha. It's a way of life. Lucha, lucha. Shout out to Adair Soto. He says, like and subscribe, everyone. Spread the word that YouTube is putting Hypno in a cage of his videos not showing notifications. Oh, Hypno, don't forget the game for me to remind you. Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond Horizon. I actually have it queued, ready to go. So no worries. We're going to look at that game as part of the indie showcase. So I got you. Don't worry about it. Thank you for reminding me, though. And then we got Melodic Method with a $20 banger. Here we go! Lucha, 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 lucha. It's the way of life. Lucha, lucha. And he simply just screams, drop the beat. Hail, Bigot Army. What's going on, Melodic Method? How you doing, my guy? What a fucking legend he is. Thank you so much for the 20. I appreciate that. And thank you. Ali Kusanagi with a membership all on his own, continuing the membership train. Shout out to Ali Kusanagi. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. And then we got Odin Dark with a 5. What did the Somalians tell the Straw Hat Pirates for advice? Watch and leer. Watch and leer is crazy. Super Signotic with a 5. Found out eating too many cough drops of a certain kind can make your cough worse. Donated my stash to Aquafita to help clear that raspy ass throat. Oh shit, that's funny. That is funny. Shout out to Super Signotic. I appreciate that, man. That's fucking hilarious. Hypnotic Rapture with a 2. What is up with that desperate subpoena by the cow? Don't worry about it. My lawyer's already handling it. Alice Lovely for 18 months. Continue your good work. Thank you, Alice Lovely. I appreciate that very much. And then we got Son of Goose? The goose had a son? Anybody else scared to see what this is going to hatch into? You're probably thinking it's going to be a goose, but it might not be. New lore? Probably new lore. Probably. Wait, so who is the mom then? Wow, this lore definitely continues. He did do a lot of traveling. That is true. He did travel all around the world, the galaxy, and the time continuum. So that's interesting. Okay, that's a plot twist I wasn't expecting. I guess we'll see whenever the egg hatches. Let's go over to Rumble. We got Crash Collins gifting a membership over on Rumble. Shout out to Crash Collins. Always holding it down, my man. Always holding it down. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much, man. And we are fully caught up. Let's go. Shout out to you guys. Awesome. Pre-stream legends. And like I said, guys, we are trying to get to 538 tier 1s in a row and 229 tier 2s in a row. So do your best and forget the rest. All right, boys. Let's figure out what we got going on. So the first thing we're going to cover a couple of quick topics, and then we'll do indie games, and then we'll cover more topics. I think I like that kind of setup more. I've been doing that the last couple of days, and I think people really appreciate that. So we're going to go over some topics first, with the first one being Monster Hunter Wilds. God damn it. So, all right, Monster Hunter Wilds. This is fucking crazy, okay? According to a Reddit user that apparently has worked with Capcom in the past to fix issues with Dragon's Dogma. So there's some validity here. According to him, he claims that he's figured out what causes the Monster Hunter Wilds performance issues. According to their investigation, owning more DLC equals more FPS. This is due to an aggressive check that the game does to see what DLC you own. It is not intentional by Capcom, but this constant check causes performance dips. The user created a mod that tricks the game into thinking you own all the DLC and notice immediate improvements. All information has been sent to Capcom support. The same user has already helped Capcom solve performance issues in Dragon's Dogma 2. Guys, in what world do we live in where DLC is the determinant of whether or not you're going to have a good running game or not? That is absolutely insane. Now, keep in mind, if this wasn't someone who had already worked with Capcom in the past, I would give this zero validity whatsoever. I would not even I would just probably laugh at it. Now, you should still probably treat it with a grain of salt. But what I will say is that in what world do we live in where you have AAA companies like Capcom apparently needing help from Redditors? That's insane. If you have a Redditor helping you fix your video game because you yourself can't fix it, either through, whatever reasons, maybe you're too lazy to do it, maybe you don't want to invest the money, maybe you can't do it, I don't know. But the fact that you have a Redditor fixing this shit is crazy, bro. What are we doing, Capcom? You guys admitted that PC is your majority platform, meaning that you guys get the majority of your sales now on PC. Now, granted, it's not a major majority. I think it's like 55, 57%, but still, it's growing every single day. Why would you not take this seriously? Why would you not take PC porting seriously if you're being overwhelmingly supported by the PC platform? It just doesn't make any fucking sense. Colonel Rub says free labor. I'll be real with you. If I was that guy, I would offer the fix for money. I'd be like, listen, I went through all this work that you guys didn't want to do, and I found this, and you guys didn't find this. Like, you should compensate me because it's ridiculous. Now, obviously, Capcom is not going to do that because they suck, but still, it's like, what are we doing, man? I just think that this is pretty fucked up. And if it's true, again, if it's true, we don't know if it's true, so take it with a grain of salt. But if this is true, number one, I don't think Capcom would ever admit to it. And number two, to be quite honest with you, I just think they don't have the capability. I just don't. They use Notepad to write the code? Maybe. I know you're saying that as a joke, but at this point, I feel like we kind of have to start believing in it, right? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Now, I wonder if this also affects the console version, because I know the console version had some problems. I don't think it was as many problems as the PC version, but I wonder if this is also, like, if there's a way to test this with consoles. I really do, but as of right now, I have no idea. They're vibe coding? Probably. They probably are vibe coding, to be honest with you. As long as the vibes are there, everything is okay, The possibility is too likely. Maybe. Again, if he didn't have any history with Capcom where he actually fixed something for them in Dragon's Dogma 2, then I wouldn't care about this. But considering that he did, I just think that that's pretty interesting. So, Speedy Cake for a 5 says Harry Potter VR cancel. Blabs is most affected. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if she has a VR headset, to be honest with you. I don't know if she's even a VR gamer. But obviously, I know she's a massive Harry Potter fan. So am I, by the way. So I mean, but I'm not gonna play a VR game. That's just I'm good. All right, let's move on from this. Again, this shit is unbelievably funny. Actually, you know what? Before we move on, let's read the actual Reddit post. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Let's see. Bring it up on screen. All right, so it says, also, to be clear, everything below was done strictly for research purposes. I am not recommending anyone to repeat it. So to confirm the theory, I know, of course, I didn't spend $500 to buy all DLC just to make Capcom marketing happy. No. I quickly made a small mod that made the game think I have all the DLC present. And no, it did not unlock anything. I do not want to test my luck, and I still want to keep playing. Though honestly, already with the mods, at least one that replaces the ugly in-game font that hurt me on PS5, both mentally and physically, I did not get any DLC stuff in the game. The only thing is that I skipped the check itself. It didn't give me any DLC items or bonuses. It just prevented the game from going deeper into that heavy routine, the one that it would normally run if DLC was actually installed. So please don't confuse this with any kind of unlock things. And yeah, I still put this part under spoiler anyway. Yes, performance went through the roof. Yes, without any CPU boost, in balance mode, on any settings, the game literally flies. Dude, I gotta be honest with you, man. If this is true, holy fuck. That's gonna be really bad look for Capcom. Because even if it's unintentional, that's a really bad look, right? Imagine locking FPS and performance behind the amount of DLC that you're buying. That's kind of insane. Anyway, I do not recommend testing in practice what is under the spoiler, and I absolutely do not promote using mods of this type in Monster Hunter Wilds. So again, to moderation, if this is the problem, please don't delete the post instantly. Just message me and I'll remove that part. And that's basically the secret behind at least one, maybe even of the reasons for very poor optimization. I sent all of my observations and other internal details, if I could say it that way, to Capcom support, to the same person I spoke with a couple of years ago about Dragon's Dogma 2. I assume he works on the engine in general, not on a specific game, but who knows how their internal structure is organized. Anyway, I hope we will see a huge performance fix soon. Guys, wow. How do you go about this if you're Capcom? How do you go about saying, okay, so we unintentionally made it so that DLC not purchased would lower your performance on the PC platform or just in general, and the only way to fix it is by getting the DLC? Like, how do you approach that? Capcom sucks at PC ports. I know they do, but see, this is my problem. This is my problem with this company. This company knows that they're doing massively well on PC. Every single one of their video games, for the most part, has hit so hard on PC in terms of player count, sales, everything you could possibly imagine. They've hit so hard on that platform, and yet they just refuse to hire people that can actually do a good PC port. They refuse. It really is just is genuinely fucking crazy to me. I don't get it. I don't get it. Talk about a paywall. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one kind of paywall. Not the kind of paywall I think they necessarily wanted to have, but it's definitely something. So anyway, I mean, we'll see if Capcom actually ends up saying anything about this. But again, I highly doubt that they will, because from a public perception, it's just going to be really bad. If they openly admit this, even if it's by accident, like, how do you accidentally do that? How do you accidentally paywall performance behind DLC purchases? Like, how does that happen? You know, pay to frames. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could call it that. Yeah, I don't listen again. Okay, bro, I don't believe that they did it intentionally at all. What I'm just saying is, it doesn't matter whether they did or they didn't. The public perception is going to be, well, the truth is in the pudding. Like, you guys, by removing that check, it openly shows that it is increasing performance. Why is that? You know, they won't. They would just quietly fix the problem. That's what I'm thinking, Benjamin. I'm thinking they would just go about that route, most likely. So we'll follow up with this once we get more information. Again, I don't know too much right now other than this post, but once we know more information, I will gladly let you guys know what's going on with that. But until then, we got to wait. So that's it. Okay, we'll X that out. And we got another one. Let me see here. Let's talk about the Steam thing. So this is a really bad move from Steam. And I do know why they're doing it, but I only know why they're partially doing it. Right? I don't know why they're doing the other part, which is what confuses me. Odin Dark for a 2, the second dark age of Crapcom is upon us. Well, they better get their fucking shit together. Straight up. They better get their shit together. Hold on. I'm going to drink some water. Give me a second. Joker says, if it's true, then they let the game die because of stupid coding mistake. Bro, people have been complaining about Monster Hunter Wilds performance for, I'm trying to think, like, how long has the game been out already? Let me see. Let me go to SteamDB really fast. Monster Hunter Wilds. They've been complaining about it since day one. Monster Hunter Wilds released 10 months ago. 10 months ago. We're almost at a year. Almost a fucking year of this game being out, and it still has performance issues. 10 months later, you have a Redditor figuring out your problem. Bro, what? Capcom, get your shit together, man. Wow. There is no excuse, man. Toxic says the game was broke day one. Yeah, I know. The game was broke for a lot of people day one, and it still is broken today for a lot of people. It feels just like yesterday. I know. Can you believe a year almost that's passed already? It's crazy. Anyway, let's go into this topic. So I don't know if you guys saw this post, and I don't know if Steam made a public statement anywhere. I don't see it anywhere. But Steam has officially removed the Clown, or better known as the Jester Award, from its community award system. So they have openly removed those rewards, or that reward, I should say, from the system. Now, that's the part that I could kind of understand, and I'll explain why. But here's the part I don't understand. Award points are now no longer transferable, and they're all going to cost 500 points. I don't get that, bro. Like, why are you doing that? The Steam Point Shop is such a massive economy where people utilize the points to gift things to other people or whatever the case, or use it to buy their own in-game shop stuff. But why would you remove the ability for the points to transfer? So then that means that people that take part in the community aspect of Steam, when they write reviews, when they post screenshots, when they write on the forums, when they do all these things, or they write guides, this is going to especially affect the people who write guides on Steam. You guys know that Steam's guides are probably some of the most highly rated stuff on the platform in terms of point transfer, where a lot of people, like, let's say you want to get 100% achievement guide, somebody who worked their ass off to write a 100% achievement guide, they can't get paid for it. The only thing he could get, or she could get, was points from the awards that people would give them for writing the guide. Now they can't even get that. They can't even get that. So why would somebody want to write a review, or why would somebody especially want to write a 100% achievement guide or any other guide? Why would they want to do that if they can't even get points anymore? I mean, listen, most of the stuff is just going to be done for the fun of it. That's how Steam is. But truthfully, there's people that put in a lot of work into those guides, a lot of work into their Steam community content. Like, I don't think people realize how deep that shit goes. And without the ability to get any points, and you can't get paid for it, I mean, you're basically giving someone all these guides for free at that point. You know? Now, that's the part I don't understand. Here's the part I do understand. Now, Steam has a massive problem with a bunch of bait posts, right? And we've read them a lot, right? We've read them a lot on stream. I've showcased some of them on social media. But Steam has a lot of bait posts where you'll have somebody purposely write something so fucking ridiculous just because they know they're going to get clown emojis thrown on their post, and it's a way for them to gain points from it. It's called Jester farming, clown farming, whatever. They know that, right? So they were purposely putting out bait posts in the hopes to farm clown emojis. And it was kind of devaluing the content that was available on certain parts of Steam. But they were also kind of funny too, right? So I don't know. And people knew that they were bait posts. You would have a bunch of replies from people who were like, well, that's obviously bait, you know? And I just feel like by removing the ability, if you wanted to remove jesters, fine. Whatever, right? I don't agree, but whatever. If you want to remove the Jester, fine. If you want to remove the clown emoji and the ability for points to be tied to it, fine. But why would you remove the points from everything else? I have to imagine that there is something else attached to this, because there is only two ways to get points right now. One way to get points is by doing community content and hoping that you get an award for it. That's one way. Another way is by buying product on the store. So technically, by removing the ability to get points transferred by awards on Steam, you are inherently forcing people to buy product in order to get points. That's kind of like, and I think that's kind of fucked, you know, because you're taking away something that a lot of people have enjoyed as a feature on the platform. And I feel like, again, you should be adding more features, not less, right? And I know Steam is loaded with features already, but there's no reason for you to be removing it. And again, if you want to remove the clown, fine. But if you want to remove everything else, that makes no sense. So anyway, I mean, you could look at this here. Here's a picture of the new awards, which, first off, bro, they are ugly as fuck. They don't even look as cool as the other awards that were available. What the fuck? What is this? This looks like regular Android emojis. What the fuck is this, bro? What like this is lame as shit. Yeah, I know. What is going on here? I'm kind of curious. Did they take away like the one that was 1500? Did they take the cool one? They took away like the steam bag with the wings and shit. Bro, this looks so gay, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. This is a massive letdown. It honestly does look like AI. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But my thing is like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Why would you take away all the cool emojis and throw this shit up there? That makes no sense. Maybe they found a ways to cash out the points into cash. I don't think so. I don't think so. People obviously are not happy about this. Jay Viper says no more point transfer sucks. Now it's a money hole, basically. That's essentially what it is. I think that's part of what it is. They want to force you to be able to buy product in order to get points. You know, that's really what it's about. Smuglana says you're a legacy clown award farmer. Oh man, RIP to the clown emoji, bro. So wait, so does it get removed from your profile completely? I wonder if it gets removed from your profile completely. That would suck. Clown farming was getting out of hand. Yeah, so if that's the case, then just do the clown farming. Don't do everything else. I don't know. I just think it's fucking weird. People have been making rage bait posts and farming this emo for free points. Yes, we know that. Everybody knows that. Everybody on Steam knows that. There's no point using awards anymore. Yeah, there's no point. There's literally like nobody's going to use awards, bro. Nobody's going to use awards to gift it to someone if they're not going to get something out of it. Nobody's going to do it. Why would you do that? It's so gay, bro. It really is. Anyway, so I haven't been able to find an official reply from Steam. I even tried. I mean, I'll try again. Steam removing awards. Let me see. Yeah, the only thing I could find is an article written by a couple of people. Let's see this one. Yeah, Valve axed the Jester Clown Award, ending its reign of clownery and launch second edition reactions. Second edition. What the fuck is that, bro? What the fuck is second edition reactions? Hold on. Awards no longer give Steam points. Second edition reactions are just appreciation signals. Oh my god, that's so gay, bro. That is just like, that's so boring, bro. That's so boring. All the new awards cost the same to curb points farming and encourage genuine feedback. Yes, this would encourage genuine feedback, but realistically, bro, like, you're also just going to get little to no usage of the system anymore. I wonder if they're going to reverse it once they realize that people are not going to be using the awards anymore. Winnie says, I don't do anything on Steam but play games. But yeah, but here's the truth of it. So the truth of it is that I see some people say that. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you just play games, that's okay. But truthfully, a lot of people utilize Steam and a lot of its features for a multitude of reasons. People utilize curated pages, discussion boards, forum posts, what do you call it? Review system, the written review system. They utilize all these things to either make purchasing decisions or to partake in the community. Like they also, every single video game has a community hub, right? And every single video game having that community hub allows you to upload things like guides, reviews, obviously. You also have screenshots that you can upload if you want to upload pictures of the game with a caption and explain what you're seeing. You know, all that shit. It really does create a sense of community around any particular game that you might be playing. And even if you don't use it, a lot of people do. So what I'm saying is I don't know what the clown thing is. Oh, you don't know what the clown thing is. Okay, my bad. Okay, so the clown thing, the Jester, what that is that the Jester was an emoji that used to give you 100 Steam point shop points. I believe it was 100. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think it was 100 points. And what was happening was that you would have people purposefully post like really rage baiting, inflammatory shit, knowing that people were gonna clown them because that was like it was like the clown of shame. If you got a clown emoji, it was basically like the community saying you should be ashamed of yourself for posting that. Right? That's basically what it is. So people would go into discussion boards and they would purposely post some ridiculous shit in the hopes to get clown emojis because that way they could get Steam point shop points that would allow them to buy things from the point shop. It's basically free points, right? So by removing this, they're hoping that this is going to somehow curb that. This is going to somehow curb the points farming. And I think it will. I think it will absolutely curb the points farming, but it's going to overcorrect. It's going to overcorrect in the sense that not only is it going to curb the points farming, but it is also going to stop people from utilizing the award system, period, right? So I don't know, man. This is a little bit of a weird choice for sure. I don't really know what's going on with this, but as of right now, it is 100% official. Did it take place already? Let me check. Can anybody check Steam? I'm going to the point shop right now. Let me see. Let's go to my awards. Oh my God, they're all gone. Bro, they're all gone. Oh my God, Steam, you're so gay, bro. Oh, wow, bro. They're all gone. Yep. Let me see if I can. They're all grayed out. These motherfuckers, bro. That is so fucking gay. It's so gay. Yeah, check this out. Look, I'll show you right now. So this is the profile. You can see the new ones here, right? And if you scroll down, gone. They're great. They're all grayed out. Every single one of them are grayed out. Look how much cooler these were. Oh my God, bro. This is so fucking... Look how gay this is. This is so like... This looks like shit. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of upset about this. I'm kind of upset about this. I know it sounds crazy, but this one was so cool, bro. This one, the bag with the wings was so cool. The extra helpful one with the star, the Jester. Even the Jester was cool. My favorite was the slow clap. Damn. Well, that's that. That's that. They removed. That's it. Steam, it's official. Gone. Rake Knight with a 5-1 Rumble says, this seems like that toxic positivity. Sure fucking does, bro. It sure does. And again, I would have no issue if they removed the Jester. I could see the argument for it. But the moment you're removing everything else, dude, like, what are we doing? Why are you doing that? I don't know, man. The dinosaur one was cool too. Yeah, I agree, Deidriconic. I don't know, bro. That's a confusing one. I wonder if they're going to give an official statement on it, but I doubt it. We got... I already read this one. Mervoth with a 2. Steam taking L after L. Pity. They sure are. They sure are, and it's kind of sad. Spirit World with a 489. Why are we not dancing on the skulls of Teamkill for dropping their claims against Atraes and J Viper? They lost. Suffer, Teamkill, suffer. Who says that wasn't going to be coming up soon? Come on, man. Give me some time. I'm going through the topics. All right, we're going to go through. Hold on, let me X this out. I cannot believe that about Steam, bro. I honestly cannot. I just can't. That's so gay, bro. Anyway, whatever. It's fine. All right. Let's get into the Teamkill media things, because so many people want to hear about that. All right, so I was planning on doing a video about this, but I might as well talk a little bit about it now, since might as well. So I don't know if you guys saw, but Atraes ended up getting falsely copyright struck by Teamkill Media. He got falsely copyright struck on his video that he made against Code Violet. And Team Kill Media also falsely copyright struck Jay Viper over the same exact situation. Those were the only two that I know of that got falsely copyright struck. Now, according to Atraes and Jay Viper, both of them have had Team Kill Media backtrack essentially on this, right? And the reason why is because Team Kill Media is fucking stupid. They thought it was in their best interest, and we talked about this yesterday, to publicly admit that they did copyright fraud by saying that they copyrighted those two content creators. That's what it was implied anyway. They copyrighted Atraes and Jay Viper because they were talking about their supposed tax situation in whatever their previous state was before they moved their LLC or something like that. So let me show you the post here because Atraes is just having a grand old time. Atraes, if you look at this post here, he was quote tweeting Team YouTube saying, chiming in. Well, actually, let's see. Hold on. Yeah, okay. So this is what Atraes posted the update yesterday. And Team YouTube says, chiming in, we saw you already received our email, but wanted to confirm here as well that the claimant retracted their claim earlier today. So your video has been restored and the copyright strike has been removed. Damn, bro. And of course, Atraes is like, he's laughing. He's like, try me again, bozo. And then tagging Team Kill Media on it. That is hilarious. Now listen, we already knew, okay? We already knew that, number one, it was false. It didn't take much of a brain to realize that it's false. And I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you. The amount that this brought people together, some of the strangest creatures, this whole Team Kill Media situation brought together some of the, like, I was shocked. Right? Like, you have lefties saying it was bad. You had centrists saying it was bad. You had right-wing people saying it was bad. And you had the anti-political people saying it was bad. Everybody was saying this is retarded. For the most part. They were saying this is bad. So good on them for actually speaking up, even if they might disagree, you know, in whatever other scenario. But this was a pretty crazy situation. Now, Team Kill Media has said absolutely nothing about this. Okay. They're just pretending like, you know, they're responding to the reviews, whatever fake positive the reviews that they get on social media. They're just responding with heart emojis. People are cooking them. They're cooking them in the comments. You can see here, dog shit ass game. Start looking for jobs. The game sucks. How did the whole anti-woke focus work out? Abysmal dog shit. Team Kill Media, I don't think you truly grasp the shitstorm that is coming. Ignore it all you want, but the day of reckoning is coming. Censorship is now fair for you guys. You guys just sink lower and lower. I recommend everybody report this clown studio for their behavior on X. Bro, just getting absolutely cooked, right? And even, we could look at, hold on. Let me see, Jay Viper. Where's Jay Viper's post? Let me see. Jay Viper, bro. Jay Viper, what the fuck is this post, bro? The entire basis of Code Violet, that she is one of the many clones that is compatible with Dino Jizz, and she could give birth to dinosaurs. We respect our voice actors too much. Bro.
Holy shit.
Nah, bro. Jay Viper needs to be stopped, bro. This is crazy. This is ridiculous, bro. Let me scroll down. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is Jay Viper's post right here. So it says, looks like Team Kill Media has taken all the L's and D's today. Get back to making your shovelware, you fucking clowns. And it's from Team YouTube, where Team YouTube responded to Jay Viper's original post about copyright strike. And Team YouTube said, update. Our team reviewed the claim on your video and confirmed that it was invalid. As you may have noticed, the video has been reinstated and no copyright strike was applied. Really appreciate you flagging this, bro. Wow, bro. Very, very rare does Team YouTube actually like do something about this kind of stuff. Very rare. So Team YouTube ended up removing it themselves because they realized that it was an invalid claim. And to be honest with you, the claim against Jay Viper was way more invalid than the one from Atraes. Both of them were invalid because both of them were fair use. But Jay Viper's was literally like, it was a live stream. That means it was a small segment of the live stream that was dedicated to talking about the situation. It wasn't the whole situation. There was barely any gameplay shown outside of the gameplay from Twitch. But that's it. It was like one segment out of a whole live stream. I don't know how long he live streamed for. I got to imagine it's probably over 2 hours, but still, you know, it's like you're going to claim an entire live stream because one segment of it was talking about your situation. That's ridiculous. Everybody knows that's ridiculous. Team YouTube sounds annoyed. Probably. Because here's the thing. Team YouTube could be held accountable to an extent. Obviously, they have a lot of, legalities to try to prevent that from happening. But they are just going to take it down the moment you file, right? So if you file something false, that makes them look bad too. But this is why false copyright claims never work out. It has been proven time and time again that false copyright claims never work out. And to be honest with you, I don't know if Team YouTube does this. I have no idea. But what I will say is that I believe that Team YouTube should absolutely ban Teamkill Media from being able to copyright strike anything on their platform for either X amount of time or forever. Because once you prove that you will maliciously copyright people to take down a video or to take down a live stream, you don't deserve the privilege to be able to protect your copyright on YouTube when you clearly have misused it multiple times in the past, by the way. Not even just with Atraes and Jay Viper, but they also did it against Dreamcast Guy. I wonder, does anybody know if Dreamcast Guy ever actually fought the claim? Because, again, this is not the first time they did this. So does anybody know if Dreamcast Guy actually fought it? Monkey says definitely forever. This was an attack. You won't hear me say no to forever. You won't hear me say no to forever. I don't think they should get their privilege back. But, it is what it is. I'm sure YouTube's not going to do anything about it. So, but in any case, that's the follow-up to the whole Teamkill Media situation. So Jay Viper got his removed by YouTube, and Atraes got his removed by by Teamkill Media. So there you go. That's it. All right, let's catch up on supers. We got Adair Soto with a 5. This emoji looks like YouTube emojis. It looks so boring. Bro, that's what I'm saying, man. They look like Android emojis. They look like the standard fucking... Actually, the Android emojis look better. It's terrible. They're much better. I know we all love Steam, but we need competition. Bro, I don't know how many times I've said in videos or live streams. Steam is my platform of choice. It has been my platform of choice for many, many years. But the truth is that I have advocated for Steam to have competition as much as anybody. I consistently complain about Epic Games because they are purposely not competing. They are choosing not to compete, and that pisses me off because I want them to compete, but they just don't want to. GOG has actually said that they don't kind of want to compete either. I think I saw an article just recently talking about that. GOG won't compete against Steam. Let me see if I can find it. I'm almost positive I did. I want there to be competition. Flat out. There has to be competition. There's this article here that talks about this recently. A comment from somebody over at GOG where they said Steam is winning with ease of use. GOG's new owner says, but he's not interested in picking a fight. I think much can be done in GOG without losing its core values and the way that it operates. So they don't even want to, they don't even want to compete against Steam. They just want to do their own thing. And I feel like that's just like, bro, come on, man. Somebody's got to be ballsy enough to compete with Steam. Somebody. But the truth is, these guys don't want to. They'll compete on the storefront, but they don't want to compete on the things that actually make Steam Steam. And like I said, I know some people don't utilize those things. I know some people don't utilize the forums. They don't utilize the review system. But the truth is that there is an ungodly amount of people that do. And that is what sells Steam over every other platform. If you're just going to be a store, well, then anybody could do that, right? You have to be more than a store. Steam is more than a store. And that is why it is at where it's at. Steam had all these years to flesh out their systems and to become what they are today. Because when Steam first came out, they were just an avenue to be able to download and update specific Valve games only. That is why Steam was created. Steam was created so that they could make it easier for them to be able to patch and fix their online video games that were very popular at the time. And then eventually Steam grew to allow certain third-party video games to be hosted on their site. And then before you know it, the rest is history, right? So I just, again, I feel like I'm saying the same shit, but ultimately I want these other companies to compete. I really fucking do. I want these other companies to compete. Cyborg says Epic Games is public, Steam and GOG aren't. Well, I feel like as a public company, you should have the resources to be able to compete against Steam more than GOG, for example, that's private. Because GOG is a lot smaller, so they may not have the funds or the ability to properly compete. But still, Epic Games has more than enough money. They make $5 billion from Fortnite alone. Come on, man. We could definitely compete a lot more than we are. Tim Sweety's just choosing not to. He said he doesn't want to add the fucking forum features, the review features, none of that shit. He doesn't want to add any of that. It's terrible. Anyway, so yeah, this article kind of shows that GOG doesn't have they basically have no means to want to compete either. They have no interest aside from doing their own thing. Full Metal says not having competition, having a monopoly or duopoly is unsafe. What if they go rogue? Where do you go? Yeah, I know that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why we need competition, real competition, not just another store. Listen, you know who did just a store? All these other fucking studios did just a store, right? Ubisoft did just a store. EA did just a store with Origin, right? All these other companies that had digital retailer launchers, all they did was they just did a store. That's it. They did the laziest, simplest thing that they possibly can with minimal investment. And they thought, yeah, people are definitely going to leave Steam for that. People are definitely going to leave Steam to go buy a game on Origin where you can't do a fucking thing with it other than play the game. A lot of people don't think like that. Steam offers too much. So you have to be able to offer just as much, if not more. Steam is a community. Exactly. Steam is a community. When people think of PC gaming and the PC community, whatever you want to call it, people think of Steam. People don't really think of Epic Games. People don't even think of GOG. But people think of Steam when they think of PC gaming. As much as people don't want to admit that, that's just the truth of it, right? So, again, I hope that they truthfully find a way to compete and get off their ass. That's what I genuinely hope happens. I don't want Steam to have a monopoly. They're giving Steam the monopoly. All these people that complain about Steam have a monopoly that are in the gaming industry, Epic Games, Tim Sweeney, all these guys, they are purposely giving them the monopoly. Anyway, let's continue. Good super chat, by the way, Adair Soto. I feel like that made a whole nother topic. Kagami with a 20 TK Media really thinks they're Naughty Dog. Well, so here's the truth, right? So just like we told Atraes, if he counters Teamkill Media, in order for their copyright to remain, they would have to provide proof. It said it in the email, right? They would have to provide proof that they are suing Atraes. They're going to pursue legal action against Atraes. If they could not provide that proof to YouTube in 10 business days, then that's it. The video is going to go back up regardless. So I think Teamkill Media knew that, and they know that they're not going to sue, right? They're barely making any money as it is. They're not going to sue. So that's why they ended up probably retracting it. Odin Dark with a 2. Soon they'll become Team Fries of the Bag Media. Pretty much. Dare Soto with a 2 says, I'm sad now. I'm kind of sad too. I'm not going to lie to you, man. That emoji thing, That kind of pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie to you. That kind of pissed me off. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Anyway, it is what it is. Deadeye's Lock with the dollar on Rumble says Jasmine Crockett could shed tears for activists. Too bad she can't shed tears for Somalian daycares. Pretty much. John D says it's bad when you have more respect for Naughty Dog as opposed to Teamkill Media. True. Christopher Lloyd says, and this is what Cassie was talking about, put it in the store. That's your competition. But like you said, they're not doing that. Exactly. They're not. RIP to the Jester. That's sad. RIP to the Jester. All right. Where are we at? We're an hour in. Okay, let's see if we can sneak in one more topic. Let's talk about this, man. So Harry Potter apparently had a VR video game that was in production, and now it's officially been canceled. The reason why it's been canceled is because it was in works with Meta. And if you guys remember yesterday, we were covering Meta, and we were covering how they just flat out, they were going, like, not that they're going broke, but that they spent over $70 billion. They have lost over $70 billion plus in just a couple of years working on VR, and how they're switching over to now wearable technology, like augmented reality or augmented wearable technology. So they're essentially giving up a little bit on the whole VR thing in a way. And that also comes with their games sector. So they apparently had a Harry Potter VR game that they were working on for the Meta. But due to the studio closures and layoffs that happened over at Meta yesterday, this game was one of the ones that unfortunately got canceled for the people that might have played it, which I don't think would have been many. Meta canceled several exclusive games, one of which was going to be a Harry Potter official VR game. It was being made by Skydance. Although the VR game has been canceled, the world of Hogwarts still will continue in video games as the sequel to Hogwarts Legacy, a Harry Potter-inspired MMO, is in development. To date, Hogwarts Legacy has sold over 40 million copies. The upcoming sequel could feature online multiplayer elements, according to a new job listing. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember that. We spoke about that. But if Hogwarts Legacy 2 has online multiplayer, that's going to be sick. That's going to be insane. So, Deku Leader says, what Hogwarts house you rocking? I do Ravenclaw and sometimes vibe with Hufflepuff. So, I think I would 100% be Slytherin. I think I'll be Slytherin at that point. Just because I hate people. A lot of people, unfortunately. I also like a lot of people, but I hate a lot of people too. I don't know. I just feel like I think Slytherin. Gryffindor, I feel like is the house you go to when you are designated plot armor. You know what I mean? Like I hate the idea of joining a house that has plot armor. I want to be the underdog. You know what I mean? I want to be Slytherin, even though they're not really the underdog, but in a way, they were the black sheep. Does that make sense? I don't know. No surprise, Hypnotic got that ambition. That's true. That's true. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe instead of hating people, it's the ambition. They did say ambition, like a lot of ambition would get you into Slytherin as well. I don't know. I also just like the way the house looks. When I played Hogwarts Legacy, you know what house I joined? Slytherin. So, Adair Soto with a 2. I'm from Hufflepuff. Crazy. Hufflepuff is just, that's a crazy name, by the way. All right, let's X out of this. Let's take a little break. We're going to take a look at some indie games. We only got about 4. Take a look at some indie games, see what's up, and then we're going to continue the topics. So here we go. Indie Showcase, boys. Let's do it. Where's the clip? Did I delete the clip? Nope.
All right, folks, it's time for the Indie Game Showcase.
So first game up is a game that was recommended by Adair, Trails Beyond the Horizon, The Legend of Heroes, which again, seems pretty interesting. We were looking at video games similar to this yesterday. He recommended this yesterday. We didn't have time to look at it, so we're going to look at it today. And we're going to see what this has. So let's check this out, and then we'll get back into topics after we look at just 3 or 4 games.
You're finished!
Crimson Leaf Blade, let it rip!
The Garden Master, Crimson Grindle. I'm impressed you were able to handle it all.
No kidding. We're not sure what sort of threat's waiting in the wings now.
Space? You can even go all the way up there?
Stupendous. Things are getting even more fun than I'd hoped.
Let us reach out and grasp this continent's future together!
Say your prayers. Sorry, pal.
First off, I gotta say the music is a banger. I absolutely love the music. I love the music. Yamato says, just an FYI, this game is like the 10th in a massive series. You got to play all the way to Sky to keep up with the story. What? Wow, that's crazy. Holy shit, 10 games? Is this the 10th game? This is the 10th game? Shit.
Here we go.
Wide open.
That is so sick, man. That is so sick. Yeah, I definitely got to wishlist this for sure. But the thing is, now you're telling me that this game is like the 10th in a series. I don't think I have the other games. I have to check my Steam. Fighter says the first game just got remade with the second remake on the way soon. Interesting. All right. Well, I will definitely check that out and see what comes from that. Let me link it in the chat right now for you guys, so you can check that out. I'll put it on YouTube and Rumble. And let's get into the next one. Guys, what if I told you that there was a simulator game for boiling water? Play Lunar says the series is split into arcs. You can start in any arc. There are 2 other games in the arc in this game. Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. So I would have to see. I would have to see what the other 2 are. Okay. All right. So what if I told you there was a game, a simulator game for boiling water? Oh man, I saw this. This is apparently one of the most one of the highest wishlisted games. So we're just gonna check this out and see what's going on here. Here we go. So obviously there's more than meets the eye, obviously, but the game is actually called Boiling Water Simulator. Smash says, I'll get to this after I finish Paint Dry Simulator 3000. Oh my god, bro. They make a video game out of literally anything. But you gotta admit, there's a little bit of creativity to be found here. Right? Because like if it's a video game that you're thinking is only about boiling water, and then all of a sudden you got fucking Slender Man at the beginning of the game chasing you. I don't know. I think there's a little bit of creativity to be had there. Like, what happens when the water is boiled? That's what I want to know. Like, does a demon get summoned or something, or do you just win? What happens there? Wow. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of interesting. I know, like, it's meant to be a little bit of a meme, a little bit of a joke, but I got to be real with you. I kind of find it interesting. Even down to like the way the font and everything is. It's called the Late Night Pixelated Nightmare. made by one guy, it seems, Wolfire. I don't know. I kind of think there's something interesting to be had here. Let me see. Let's look at the screenshots. Hold on, look at this shit. I think that's eyes in the doorway. I still want to know what happens when you boil the water. Look at this shit. The fuck? Bro, it's so weird. So weird. My to-do list. Bring teddy bear from living room to my bedroom. Are you playing as a kid? Get my sneakers from the laundry room. Get my clothes from the laundry room. Get my guitar back from the living room. What the fuck? This is so weird. This is some backrooms looking shit. That's how this looks right now. Can't they see he doesn't deserve the praise? Wait, what? That's like a report. That's a report card, right? So you're playing as a kid? Oh man, this shit's gonna get ridiculous, bro. Anyway, I'm gonna follow up on this. I don't know. I saw this and I'm like, dude, this is so weird. I gotta look at it. I just have to look at it. So check it out in the chat. Big Old Man Cad's linking it. Shout out to Old Man Cad. All right, we're gonna do another one. This was called Rolling Rascal. It's a high-speed action platformer. Nice and simple. Sometimes we like nice and simple here. Nice and simple, boys. Nice and simple. Hold on. There we go. Okay. All right, let's check this out. Sega is going to draft up the cease and desist right now. Oh, shit. Leon will love this game. Bro. Sega. Listen, I know Sega is not like Nintendo, but goddamn, bro, they are going to absolutely write up the cease and desist right now. Holy shit. Wow. Wow, bro. They even have the grinding on the fucking... Oh, my God, dude. The music kind of slaps. No, it definitely does. Like, the music's definitely cool. Bro, they even got down to the coins and everything. Can you imagine if this character goes super? Bro. If this character goes super, I'm going to laugh my fucking ass off, bro. That would be hilarious. Sega does what Nintendo... Yeah, Nintendo don't. I know. Monkey Man says, nah, man, this dev team would just pull a Vanilla Ice. It's a little change that makes it different. I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway. So, interesting trailer, but in all seriousness, though, the game looks pretty cool. How can you not like this kind of gameplay? If you like Sonic, you're going to like this game, obviously. So pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Old Man Cat, I think, is linking that in the chat. All right, we got one more. Then we're getting back to topics, boys. This game is called Past the Fear. It is a roguelite bullet hell shooter that honestly looks pretty cool from the animation perspective. So let's see if it actually is any good. Let's see. Let's go. Cards. We got cards. I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of cool. Hold on. So this is like, well, it's obviously co-op, right? I do like the fact that they have the gear looks more fun. See, if you're gonna have a game like this, the gear has to be fun, and I think that's what makes Galactic so interesting. Galactic Survivor, because the gear's fun. It's fun to collect. It's fun to experiment with different kind of gear and stuff like that, different rarities. So it looks like it has that, which is a plus. The animation's okay. It's nice and smooth on my end. Not exactly my preferred style, but I don't hate it. That's really cool. No, I definitely like it. I think this is going to be, I mean, it looks like pure chaos, which that's what makes a lot of these bullet hell kind of games fun, is the pure chaos behind it. So I definitely, and it has boss battles, which is cool. Look at this, Master Magician turns into a cyclone throwing cards everywhere. That's so ironic. The game that we called out about cards has a boss that throws cards at you. You love to see it, man. Holy shit. Yeah, the gear looks pretty cool. Looks like your typical ARPG style gear, which might be a good thing. Some kind of Phoenix boss. Yeah, no, I think this will be cool. So I'm gonna wishlist this one. Old Man Cat put it in the chat for those of you that are curious. So make sure to go check that out. It's planning to come out this year, but we don't know when. So, all right, let's get back to the topics. We're gonna see if there's any supers really quick. We got. Did I read this one? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Adair Soto says he's from Hufflepuff. In terms of Rumble, let me see. Torinol with a 2 on Rumble, 1 point to competition. When every store offers identical things, they may as well be the same store, and then there is no choice. Do compete, don't clone, stand out. That takes effort. Exactly. Exactly, bro. That's what I'm trying to say, man. People don't realize, like, you can't just make a store. Everybody already has a store. Like the smallest, simplest businesses, they have online retail, digital like stores. You can't just make a store. There's got to be more than that if you're going to compete with somebody like Steam, you know? So I think that Epic Games would benefit drastically from allowing written reviews on their platform. Like, if you're going to start anywhere, start with written reviews so that people can make educated buying decisions for the people who actually use your platform. Because there's some people that do use their platform, right? They made 300, what was it? 300 and some odd, whatever it was. I forgot. I think it was $300 million or $255 million. They made $255 million in a year from third-party video games. So clearly there are some people using the platform, not many, but there's some. So why don't you help those people make better decisions by allowing written reviews? How about we start there? You know, save like the forum, save the discussion, you know, post, save all that for later. How about we start there, you know? But anyway, it took them I know, Denarier, I know. It took them 2 years to add basket. I know, it took them, 7 years to add gifting games? Didn't they just recently add gifted games to Epic Games and it took them fucking years to do that? It's so disgusting, bro. Anyway, some of the most basic things to add and it took them forever. All right, let's continue. So let's X out the Harry Potter thing. Guys, we got more Ubisoft news. We got a couple of things related to Ubisoft. First thing up is that Ubisoft is cutting more jobs. So yesterday we talked about how they were closing down certain studios or firing about 70 some odd people, and how it wasn't going to be a voluntary firing, that those days are over. It was going to be basically, you know, we're going to fire you. We don't consider you necessary anymore. Well, apparently Ubisoft is back at it yet again with more layoffs, as they're now firing 30 jobs at the Abu Dhabi studio. The recent run of layoffs are continuing as the company confirmed that it has let go of a number of staff at the Abu Dhabi studio, which was first reported by a game developer. 29 people have been let go by Ubisoft. In a statement, Ubisoft confirmed the layoffs took place last year and says it was based on a decision made in November. So we're only finding out about it now, which goes to show, like, why are they hiding this information? I think the reason why they were hiding it is because they didn't want people to know about it until the earnings call and everything was already done. And then now that the new year has started, now they're talking about it. Now they're making it public information because they didn't want to bring this up during the earnings call and the end of year reports and all that stuff. At least that's how I see it anyway. They said, we remain deeply grateful for their contributions and are providing support to them throughout this transition. So that's the first set of news for Ubisoft. The second set of news is that Canada, the CWA union, has officially sat down with Ubisoft. And apparently Ubisoft brought absolutely nothing to the table whatsoever. CWA union met with Ubisoft, says the company brought nothing to the table whatsoever. The situation surrounding the recent closure of Ubisoft Halifax continues to get messier. Just one day after filing a legal complaint with the Nova Scotia Labour Board, CWA Canada, the union representing 61 of 71 employees let go by Ubisoft, revealed that they were met with the company on Wednesday. However, the meeting, they say, resulted in zero progress. In their statement, they said Ubisoft came to the table with nothing, no documentation proving financial distress, and no plan to work at other Ubisoft operations or increase severance. Now, if you guys are not aware of what they were asking for, maybe you missed yesterday's stream. According to this union, what they are demanding from Ubisoft is that Ubisoft either keep these employees on for another year and then fire them, or give them 3 years worth of salary and fire them now. It's insane demands, by the way. It's literally insane demands. Play Lunar says, I don't think Ubisoft should need to prove financial distress at this point. I'll be honest with you. I don't think they can, because they just got a recent cash flow injection from what do you call it? Tencent for like over $1 billion. You're not going to be able to say you're struggling for money when you just got $1 billion from Tencent. I feel like that's going to be a little bit hard to say, right? And the union is going to use that information and they're going to be like, well, you know, you guys got $1 billion from Tencent. Surely you could afford to keep 70 or 61 people on payroll, you know, for a year or something. So I don't know, man. This is an interesting situation between Ubisoft and the union. She added that they brought up the concern of those being out of parental leave being told that they wouldn't qualify for the proposed 2-month severance pay. But instead of any progress toward a solution, Ubisoft reportedly told the union that they would send their ideas on Friday. It was frustrating. Their lack of preparation, along with the fact that they gave no advance notice of the closure, makes us question their intentions and their commitment to treating people fairly. We continue demanding real information and to get the answers and the compensation that you deserve after 10 years with this company. In addition to the statements in the meeting, the union sent a release claiming that Ubisoft received nearly $1 billion in government tax credit subsidies from 2020 to 2024. Bro, do you see what I'm saying now when it comes to subsidization? So from the year of DEI, 2020, all the way until 2024, they received government funding in the amount of almost $1 billion. That's how much they were being subsidized. And then the moment 2025 came around, that subsidization came to an end. No wonder they started struggling. It's crazy, bro. This is happening to a lot of studios. So we'll see what ends up happening with this. Yeah, I know. The owners of Ubisoft are laughing all the way to the bank. We'll see what ends up happening with this, but they're apparently going to let them know on Friday. So we'll find out, I guess, on Friday if we even get that information. We'll see. All right, let's talk about Eidos Montreal. Speaking of Eidos, whatever it's called. Guys, I am so sick. I think this is a marketing ploy. I think that this is a marketing ploy specifically targeting Unreal Engine 5. Because I only ever see them say these things with Unreal Engine 5 video games. But anyway, Eidos Montreal is developing an unannounced supposed Quad A video game in Unreal Engine 5. Now, you guys may remember the last time we got a Quad A video game, supposedly. And that Quad A video game was none other than Skull and Bones. And Skull and Bones lost Ubisoft hundreds of millions of dollars. They don't even want to talk about it half the time. They tend to try to ignore it, right? So continuously using Quad A as a means to try to hype people up for your game, I feel like this is not something that you should be doing because this is just going to set a false precedent. They don't learn, do they? No, they don't learn. They don't learn. And then what's next? After Quad A, Grand Theft Auto is going to be what? 6 times A? 7 times A? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing, man? I don't know, man. But in any case, Skull and Bones lost Ubisoft hundreds of millions of dollars. And apparently, keep in mind, in December 2025, Eidos Montreal also were hit with layoffs that were connected to a project codenamed P11, which has been reducing its headcount as of late. So if P11 happens to be that video game that is the Quad A video game, and it's been in development since 2019, how are you going to try to convince people it's going to be a Quad A game when you're firing people left and right from the studio that's making it? You guys are downsizing more and more and more. So unless you're going to utilize AI to try to make up for it, I don't know what's going on here, man, but this is a little bit weird. So whenever we find out more information, we will follow up on the Eidos Montreal supposed Quad A video game. But, obviously we need to wait and see more. EB Games, I didn't even realize EB Games was still even a thing. But apparently all of the EB Games outlets in New Zealand are going to be closing by the end of the month following multi-million-dollar losses. I remember EB Games from way back when. And I didn't even realize they were still around. Now, I know they participate internationally more so than domestically, but it seems like it's going to be coming to an end, at least in New Zealand. Demon Carroll said, had my local EB Games shut down last month. There you go. Didn't EB Games turn into GameStop? I think that they had some level of separation, but I think it was only internationally. Or maybe they are GameStop, but they run as EB Games internationally versus running as GameStop domestically. I think it's because domestically, GameStop performs better than EB Games as a brand domestically, whereas EB Games is probably more known internationally. So they probably just, it's kind of like doing business as kind of a thing. Yamato says, weird considering GameStops are closing down too. I mean, GameStop is in such a weird spot because GameStop will jump up and then it will crash down. Then it'll jump up again and then it'll crash down again. And the CEO has amazing marketing, by the way, on social media. They get insane amount of likes and retweets and everything, but that doesn't equate to sales. So if you're still closing down, if you're still losing money, even after all the virality, then you're not really doing anything substantial. At least that's how I see it. They said that EB Games Australia launched. Well, let's read here. EB Games will close all 38 of its New Zealand outlets by the end of January, following a multi-million-dollar loss during the 2024 fiscal year. In an internal memo by RNZ, the retailer's New Zealand managing director Shane Stockwell told employees the decision was made after significant and repeated efforts to turn the business around. EB Games Australia launched in 1997 as an electronics boutique. Its first New Zealand outlet opened in Auckland in 2000, and in 2002, Electronics Boutique rebranded globally to EB Games. GameStop acquired the company in 2005 for $1.44 billion, and it's been owned by the Texas-based corporation ever since. Okay, so I was right. So they are owned by GameStop, but EB Games is what they utilized to market themselves internationally, I suppose. So EB Games, in addition to the closure of 38 retail outlets, the New Zealand distribution center will close on February 28th. In a note on the EB Games website, it's confirmed that access to ebgames.com.au will open to New Zealand customers by the end of March 26th. It's unclear how many jobs have been affected. It's got to be a lot. It really does have to be a lot. According to Stockwell's internal memo, the company had received proposals from third parties following early reports of the closure. In the end, these parties did not represent any proposals or solutions about how to keep the New Zealand business sustainable. It's hard, man. It really is hard because unfortunately, these major retailers that do video games or sell video games, they don't really want to pivot outside of video games. They'll do toys or whatever, but realistically, they're not doing it in any smart manner, kind of like a mom and pop shop does. And unfortunately, it leaves them open, because all it takes is for new video game retail sales to go down. And if you're not partaking in digital sales, well, then you're fucked. And nobody's going to really want to go to GameStop to buy a digital key. Like, very rarely will that ever happen unless that's the only way you could get the game. Digital really fucked him over. Yeah, basically. Digital really fucked him over. And, you know, if you look at a lot of these video game stores now, a lot of them are moving towards other collectibles. They're moving towards Pokemon. Pokemon's a big one right now, where they are hoping that, or not even hoping because it's true, Pokemon is keeping these guys afloat. Pokemon is keeping a lot of these guys afloat. So they're transitioning to that. But then what happens when Pokemon is fucked, right? Which is not going to happen ever, but you get it. And the games cost an arm and a leg in New Zealand, according to Malphite Sky. How much do they cost? What is it, the tax or something over there? What's going on with that? Old Man Cat said, hell, even Walmart's cutting back on their game sections. You know what blew my mind? What blew my mind, which, I mean, we all saw coming, but what blew my mind was the announcement that Walmart, and I believe Target too, but don't quote me on Target, Walmart ended up removing entirely their Blu-ray section. I remember how massive Blu-ray sections were in Walmart, and Blu-rays are not less popular than they've ever been. People still like Blu-rays, but the truth is that streaming has taken such a massive cut out of the profits of the industry that, unfortunately, you know, physical media like that is just dying. You know, they did it in Best Buy too. Oh, that's right. Maybe it was Best Buy, not Target, but they removed their entire Blu-ray section. That's crazy. Now, I don't know if it's all Walmarts or if it's just majority Walmarts, but they did. That's what they did. Yeah. And you know what? It makes even less sense for Best Buy to do it. Like, you're an electronics store, bro. Obviously, you sell, what do you call it? Appliances and shit. But you're an electronics store, man. What do you mean to tell me you don't have any DVDs, Blu-rays? What? That's crazy. That doesn't make any sense. So you're gonna fill all of these roles that you had with Blu-rays. You're gonna fill them with what? A vacuum cleaner? Like, it just, I don't know. It just didn't make any sense to me. But that's what they wanted to do, man. Old Man Cat says I have about 700 Blu-rays. If anybody wants them, damn, that's crazy. I think I got like 60, 70. Holy shit. Best Buy stopped selling music too. Well, I guess music is in the same kind of boat, right? It's all streaming, right? So I'm not surprised music got sold too. If you're going to stop selling movies because of streaming, well, then you're going to stop selling music because of streaming too, right? Violent City says I sold all mine. I got to be real with you. I would not sell my Blu-rays. I would not sell it anytime soon. Hold on, I want to drink water. I would not sell, because if they're truly getting rid of physical, then the value of these physicals are going to go up tenfold. Tenfold. So to sell now is selling a little bit too early, you know? Old Man Cat says, hell, I spent a ton of money on Sony Blu-ray changer back in 2017. Holds 400. Wow. Melfi says, not as bad as Brazil. Oh, dude, I know. Brazil, you guys get fucked on consoles and on video games, too. It's disgusting what they do to you guys over there. It really is. Let's catch up on Super Chats. We got Mr. Melancholy with a 2. Skull and Bones was quad 8, and we saw how that turned out. We sure did, and it was bad. Adair Soto with a 2. GameStop is closing another 300 stores this year. Wow. How many stores do they have now? Let me see. How many stores of GameStop are there now? Let's see. Wow. They shut down 590 stores in 2024, with almost 400 plus shut down in 2025. And they have an estimated 400 plus that is going to shut down in 2026. They had roughly 3,200 stores worldwide as of February 2025, which means they're going to be under 3,000 by the time they finish closing all the other stores. So GameStop is going the way of Blockbuster. Remember how big Blockbuster was, and then all of a sudden they just completely started getting felted? It's crazy. All right, let's get to the next one. Let's X this out. Guys, remember how we talked about Anthem was dead? Remember how we talked about that? We discussed that whole situation. Well, the internet does not waste any time. People have decided that it is time to make an Anthem private server. And people are getting hope. Because the private server claims got resurrected by a former executive producer that says the code for running the game locally is there to be salvaged and recovered. Now, we were talking about this before, about stop killing games and everything like that. I would not be surprised if they do try to run a private server. But my thing is like, why are you going to do that? There was barely anybody playing the game as it was. I don't think anybody that would want to play the game is probably going to utilize a private server anyway. But you just never know. Now, if they end up modding the game and doing things to the game and adding content to the game and everything, first off, it's never going to see the light of day because EA and BioWare are going to sue the shit out of them and stop them from releasing it. But, oh man, Cat says mods. Well, that's my point. You see, so yes, they could make mods. Sure, private servers equal mods. But I guarantee you EA is going to take that shit down. Guaranteed. I don't see them. I don't see a world where EA will allow the private server for a video game that is notorious for them to continue running. I just don't. I think they should as a trial run for game preservation. Listen, if they wanted to preserve this game, they could have. They had all the time in the world. The game was dead for a long time. They could have preserved this game if they wanted to. They actively chose not to. It was too much work, too much maintenance. They chose not to. That's just the truth of it. Andromeda's still running multiplayer. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see if Anthem ends up getting a private server. But if it does, I wonder if Atraes will play it because he loves Anthem. He spent over 1,000 fucking hours. Over 1,000 hours on Anthem. It's crazy. All right, let's get out of this. EA would never. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Have you guys played Bully Online, by the way? Have you guys played the mod Bully Online? It's a mod for the game from Rockstar's classic school sim. Remember that? Well, speaking of mods and speaking of all that stuff, Bully Online, the ambitious mod that brought multiplayer and more to Rockstar, has officially shut down just 1 month after launching the mod and says this is not something that we wanted. So that sucks, number one. Number two, kind of goes into what we were talking about just before. They did not give an explanation as to why they're shutting it down 1 month after releasing it. But I got to imagine it's probably lawyers, right? It's probably the company saying, hey, you can't do this. This is our IP, whatever. I don't know. I think that this was pretty obviously going to happen. Torinol for a 2 on Rumble says, add reviews. You'll need to moderate the reviews. Sounds terrible. No, but I really do think they should add reviews, though. I do. Odin says, I would like it if all games were preserved, even the ones I hate. I mean, listen, that's the whole point of Stop Killing Games, right? Stop Killing Games is specifically about literally that, stop killing games. You know, and these video games absolutely could be made with at least, at the bare minimum, a single player mode where it doesn't even have to be filled with content. It just has to be playable, right? All the content up until that point, playable single player and offline, but they don't want to do that. They don't want to run the risk, which is kind of sad. Anthem should have been made by anyone that wasn't BioWare. See, you say that, but the truth is that BioWare in its prime was an amazing studio, an unbelievable studio. And they, out of anybody, could absolutely make an amazing game like what Anthem could have been if they would have just gave it the time of fucking day. But the truth is that they unfortunately did not. They just didn't. Modern day BioWare was incapable of doing anything with Anthem. So, although I'm curious that Rockstar actually took this down. I mean, surely you must have known this multiplayer mod was existing or was being worked on, because I remember hearing about this a long time ago. So I don't know what is it with these studios that they will wait until the developers of a mod or whatever put out the mod, do all the work, upload it, and then they're like, okay, no, now that you got it out, we're going to cease and desist you and tell you can't do that, and that's it. Like, why would you wait until the person does all the work before you say something? This is the first time you've heard of it? Oh, not the first time I've heard of it. I've heard of this mod for a while now. All right, let's exit out of this. Let's talk about one of the last topics, boys. This shit is hilarious. So, Cygames, however you want to call it. The developer Cygames has been bullied into an apology by outraged horse girl enthusiasts after announcing AI subsidiary, saying, "We sincerely apologize for the concern that we've caused." So, if you guys play Umamusume, or however you say it, if you guys play this game, the developer behind that game got a little bit felted. And truthfully, what it is that I'm actually first off surprised. I'm surprised because normally it's a gacha game, right? Normally these people don't give a fuck about this. But number two, they're not like a Western studio, so I'm surprised they give a shit about this. But in any case, they decided to make an AI subsidiary, which had a lot of people very upset. And by a lot of people, we mean all the typical people, right? So let's check this out. I know nothing about this game, by the way, so forgive my ignorance on it. The developer behind this game and global leader in anime horse girl. Wait, what? Anime horse girls. Media production. CY Games announced late last week that it had formed CY Games AI Studio, an AI-centric subsidiary that's a company blog post says will build a unique creative cycle that goes beyond simply improving efficiency to expand creators' creativity. Judging from the overwhelming contempt visible in the replies to the company's announcement on X, approximately nobody enjoyed hearing this news. I don't think that's true. No, I know Gold Ship from the Waifu Battle. I know that. But I didn't realize they like all of them were horse girls. I didn't realize that's what it was. I didn't realize that's what the game was. Judging from the overwhelming contempt visible in the replies on the company's announcement on X, approximately nobody enjoyed hearing this news. Today, after 6 days of cyberbullying from an internet's worth of horse girl enthusiasts, CY Games released an apology, sort of. If we're counting, I'm sorry you're upset as an apology. Over the past few days, we received numerous comments expressing anger and disappointment from many of you. This was because we released a simplified announcement in Japanese concerning the founding of CY Games AI Studio Inc. without addressing any of the current problems with social debates surrounding generative AI. We sincerely apologize for the concern that we've caused. So I don't think they're going to actually change anything. I don't think this is them saying, you know what, fuck it. We're just not going to do it. I think they're going to double down. I think they're going to double down and say, well, we're sorry you're offended. That's basically what it is. And also, too, like social debates. Yeah, I guess you should be aware of certain things that are happening in the gaming circle if you're going to be uploading video games. But still, while it's specified that its products don't use art created by generative AI and that it holds in the highest regard those who love games, as well as the dignity, passion, and heart of the creators and artists who act as the architects of gaming culture, CY Games said that it will implement generative AI into our products without prior notice. Unsurprisingly, promising to provide a warning before you still do the thing your fans are upset about isn't a commitment that inspires much confidence, particularly when, as users quickly noticed, the CY Games career site currently lists opening for generative AI-related engineer and artist positions. So they're doubling down. They're doubling down. That's it. They are absolutely doubling down. I thought this was them saying, we're going to bend the knee and we're sorry and whatever, but nope. They're like, we're sorry you're offended, but we're still going to hire these people anyway. That's actually pretty damn amazing. Holy shit. It says, unsurprisingly, promising to provide a warning before you still can do things to your fans because your fans are upset about it is a commitment that inspires much confidence, particularly when, as users quickly notice, the CY Games career site currently lists openings for generative AI-related engineer and artist positions, and the news of CY Games AI pivot isn't entirely surprising. Its parent company, Cyber Agent, has begun leaning into AI-heavy strategy in recent years. Cyber Agent has maintained an AI lab R&D division since 2016. And in 2023, the company announced the formation of yet another AI-focused division working on implementing generative AI in animation and game development. Guys, they've been doing this for the longest fucking time. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, are we seriously out here complaining about this? They've been doing this since 2016. All right, that's 10 fucking years ago. That's 10 years ago before people even started melting down over AI. It's 10 years before people even started talking about AI. And they were already researching it. Oh, man. While AI usage has been spreading to the games industry, Japanese developers have seemed less shy in declaring their interest in the technology. Yeah, because they want to be fast. They want to be fast. They want to be efficient. And if they can utilize AI to do it, then they will. Says, with major publishers like Square Enix openly committing a generative AI strategy, over 50% of Japanese games come with responding in a 2025 survey that they're using AI in game development. They've been using AI in game development for years, bro. They've been using AI coding for years. It's only now that you're starting a witch hunt for AI. Let me drink some water. Hold on. But AI has been in video game development for the longest time now. Why are we pretending like it's a new thing now? Why are we pretending? Decolita says, Hypnotic played the game. I'm good. I'm good. So anyway, it just seems as if they're not going to be bending the knee, which I find to be a good thing. But considering the amount of hate that they're getting right now on social media, I wonder if they're going to be able to stick to it. I guess we'll see. Time will tell. I'm not playing it. TJAB says we are currently $110.53 away from tier 1. This is all. Wow, this is okay. I felt it today. All right, that's fine. We got. Hold on, we got. Where's it at? Speedy Cake for a 10 says, but Hypno, they call it Quad A game because it takes 2 AA batteries and sits rectally in Games Media shills, which is how it gets its hype. Facts. Sounds about right. Adair Soto with a 2. I went to a Best Buy store. They have lawnmowers. Adair Soto with a 10. Oh, Hypno, you have no idea the gotcha community or Ruthless. If you go to the forums or Reddit or Twitter community, they will die for this to give to the fans what they want. Even dumb things. I mean, maybe, but again, I'm not too familiar with the gotcha community, so those of you that are part of that community, maybe you can kind of back that up. But I'm not like fully versed with that. Adair Soto with a 2 is so shameful. It's a witch hunt for AI. It really is. That's all it is, bro. That's literally all it is. That's all it's ever going to be. All right, boys, listen. Shout out to you guys for the insane support today. We got through every topic for the most part. We got through every single topic for the most part. I only skipped like 2, but they were really short topics. If you are not going to stick around for the waifu battle, please go check out my videos that are on the channel. Give them some love. Give them some support. I'm going to be changing the format of the videos again to adhere to time constraints because I want to focus more on doing my live streams. So I'm figuring out something that's going to be visually nice to look at, but also serve its purpose. So we're going to figure that out. Timebound Howler says After Dark game stream. Probably not today. Unfortunately, I would love to, but probably not today. But yeah, go check that out if you're not going to watch the waifu battle, guys. Let's get into the waifu battle right now. We got a brand new champion. Hinata finally lost yesterday. Thank God, man. Holy shit. Finally lost yesterday. So let's get into it. Here we go. All right, let's go. The waifu battle is here. Now, if you guys missed the last waifu battle, ladies and gentlemen, brand new champion. So exciting. Hinata is no longer the waifu battle champion, and the champion is none other than the one who dethroned her, which is Akino, ladies and gentlemen. Damn. Amazing. Amazing. Just wait until Hypno wants Akino out. Yeah, I know. It's only a matter of time. But that's okay. That's okay. So before we bring out the challenger that's going to go up against Akino, let's go over the rules of engagement. Thank God I'm bringing out this waifu that we have because we need a strong waifu today. Not only that, I haven't seen Dr. Spike all day, so he might not be here, which means this is your chance, boys. This is your chance to sneak something in there. All right, man, listen, let's get into it. Rule number 1, all super chats during the waifu battle can and will count towards a particular waifu, but the only way that it is going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You got to put it first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, then it will not count. It doesn't matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact that you put the name of the waifu you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make it count. Rule number 2, you could vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You could vote for the champion, who is Akino, or you could vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen is going to be the one that counts. So please, if you are going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. Of course we don't. Look at it. Torinol. Torinol with a 10 on Rumble for Freerin. He says, wait, there's rules? Dear God, man. Every time. Every time. All right, boys, listen. Today's waifu, she is a fan favorite, okay? She is a fan favorite. I would even dare say if Akino did not beat Hinata yesterday, then this waifu absolutely would have. We are going to bring back a legendary waifu, somebody who I did not understand how she kept winning, but she kept winning. And she had to have an army sent after her in order to take her down as well before. All right, boys. The challenger that's going to go up against Hinata's... I'm sorry, not Hinata. Akino. I'm so used to saying Hinata now. The challenger that's going to go up against Akino is going to be none other than the one and the only legendary Nami from One Piece, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Nami or is it going to be... Shit, not Hinata. Oh my God, I forgot to change that too. Akino, there we go. Okay, I changed it. Boom. Champion Akino versus challenger Nami. Make your decisions heard. And let's figure out how this is going to go. Play Lunar says, love Nami, but Akino is superior. This is not up for discussion. Well, I guess we're going to find out. Some of the major hitters in the waifu battle are not here tonight. So this is the opportunity to bring back Nami. Teacher Conic says, Hypno tripping tonight? I'm not tripping. I think Nami will do well, but I don't know if she's going to win. We'll see how it goes. Crash Collins with the first vote of the night for a 5 for Akino. Shout out to Crash Collins. Appreciate that, my man. That is a 5 for Akino. Let's make it happen. Deku Leader says Dr. Spike soon. I haven't seen him all stream, so chances are he's not joining us tonight. So I would not vote with that idea in your mind. We got Midnight Mike with a 5. Nami, I will always love redheads. Smart. Smart. Redheads are pretty crazy. PD Panda says that picture's cute though. Thank you. Thank you. I found it. I found it. BioT Wolf with a 5. Akino, more of a DD fan than One Piece fan. Sorry, Nami. Damn, BioT Wolf, really? You know what? That actually does make sense. Never mind, BioT Wolf. That makes sense. I don't know why I thought you were a Nami fan, like major one, but no, that makes sense. That doesn't look like Hinata. Sorry, man. She's officially gone. Gone with the wind. She is gone with the wind. But she might come back much, much later into the waifu battle. We got Space Monkey joining in for a 199. Akino and Nami, I can't choose. He's splitting it. That is a 199 split. That's almost $1 for each waifu. Right now, both waifus are in the ban territory. But I'm sure that's going to change. I'm sure. Hinata's going to be gone for 9 months? Maybe. Maybe. Play Lunar says quiet night. It's probably because people are waiting to see the other picture first. And also, like I said, the big hitters are not here tonight for some reason. So that's kind of why we're struggle busing right now. But that means that it's more opportunity. Deco Leader says, where's all the heavy hitters? Is Spooky? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe today's a special day. It's the middle of the week. They're taking a break. A well-deserved break. That's what it is. We got Bio T Wolf with another 5. Says, Akino, Nami is hot, but you have to pay too much for her. That's fair. That's fair. That officially takes Akino out of ban territory. And I think that also puts her in the lead, too. Pretty sure. All right, time to bring out the current Waifu Battle champion. That would be insane if she wins by barely anything. That'll be hilarious. Akino, ladies and gentlemen, let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Akino or is it going to be Nami? Let's find out. Inferno Hell Knight says they could be lurking. They don't really lurk though, especially not Dr. Spike. Dr. Spike makes himself known quite often, so I don't really think he would. I don't think he would like lurk. You know, could be wrong. I'm just saying. I don't think he would lurk. Decolita says, "Okay, now I'm getting really spooked." Well, listen. I mean, at this point, if we lose tier 2, it is what. Actually, oh, we're not even at tier 1. Oh, we're not even at tier 1. Yeah, if we lose both, we lose both. It is what it is. D-Draconic with a 10 on Rumble. Akino, like D&D more. That's fair. That's definitely fair. I'm not surprised, man. Akino is one of the most popular waifus we've ever had. By far. One of the most popular waifus, so that doesn't surprise me at all, D-Draconic. Better not let Akino get banned. No. She's past that point. She's past the point of getting banned. So she is past the point of getting banned. Fallen Angel with a 10 says, Nami just to mess with Sonya. Oh, I'm liking that post. Oh. Nice. She's not going to like that, bro. Demon Carol with a 2. Akino blew my load on a 1 terabyte Steam Deck yesterday. Damn, bro. Damn. Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. 1 terabyte Steam Deck is awesome. I'm excited for you, bro. So many people in this community are getting Steam Decks. It's great. It's actually awesome. Dark Mages with a 10. Nami, One Piece girls are the best girls. Facts. Okay, maybe not, but still. Maybe not. Thank you for the 10. I appreciate that, bro. Ron with a 2 says Nami. Shout out to Ron. Appreciate that, man. T-Jab's even in this for a 10. Nami just to make Sonya mad. Oh shit, Nami is in the lead. She's in the lead and Sonya's freaking out right now. Because Sonya does not have the backup of Dr. Spike to ensure her victory tonight. Oh shit, Sonya's in trouble. Akino's in trouble. Uh-oh. It's not good, man. It's not good. Crash Collins coming in strong on Rumble for a 20 for Aquino. Just like that. Getting it closer and closer. Holy shit, man. John D says, T-Jab, where are we at for tier 1? I'm not sure. But I think we're still a little bit of ways away. Crash Collins, thank you for the 20, my man. I appreciate that, dude. Legendary. Wow, this has become a choice of whether or not people want Sonya to rage or not. That's so funny. All right. Deadeye's Lock with a 2 for Nabi. More reasonable and a better cook than Pokimane. Bro, that is not much of a challenge, Deadeye's Lock. Toxin with a 269 for Akito Casino. Thank you, Toxin. All right, boys, the final countdown. Sonya. Sonya just flat out said, fuck you guys. A $50 mega banger for Aquino because I said so, bitches. Oh, shit. Final countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Holy shit, boys. Insanity. Absolute insanity. Where's my chair shot?
Waifu Battle Belt is mine!
Holy shit.
Bro, Blackguard, talk about a last second fucking vote, my guy. Talk about a last second vote. That is insanity, bro. Oh my God. All right, let's go. Oh, wait. I think that's tier 2. Oh, shit. I gotta fix the fucking chat, man. I don't know what's going on with this stupid shit. Anyway, all right. The numbers are in for the chair shots. Let's go over them because we had a lot on Rumble too. So hold on. We got Blackguard with a $150 Red Boy Ultra Hyper Banger for Nami, which is insane. Shout out to Blackguard. I appreciate that. Demon Carol with a $100 Red Boy Hyper Banger for Aquino. I lied about blowing my load. Also, when are you getting Gyarus or Dark Elves? I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. Thank you, Demon Carol. And yes, I fell for the troll. Sonya got that 50 in there right before the final countdown. Appreciate that, Sonya, for Aquino. And then over on Rumble, we had a couple. We had D-Draconic with a 5 for Aquino. We had Crash Collins with a 5 for Aquino. And then we had Torinol with a 10 for Aquino and says, why not? So there is a lot of I don't even know how to even put it. I think this is very close, ironically. This is gonna be very close. So mods, let's count it up in the meantime. Oh shit, bro. Look who's here. Look who's here. Look who's fucking here, showing up out of nowhere. As always.
Holy shit.
As always, man. I swear to God. Trey Burkhalter with a $100 Red Boy Hyper Banger says, Tifa, some of us are here lurking while playing No Man's Sky. Besides, I vote to troll. Fuck your rules. Bro, this guy, man, I swear. The literal Joker. Oh my God, man. All right, listen, Demon Carol, what are we doing for clips, man? What are we doing for clips? What are we doing for clips? I need to do a wellness check on Dr. Spike. Why? He's a grown-ass man. Let him relax, man. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. What are we doing for clips? Demon Carol. What are we doing? Let me know. Let me know. Sonia says, Dr. Spike, we love you. He's not even in here. Of course we love Dr. Spike, but he's not in here, is he? I haven't seen him. They said, Demon Carol says, give me Warhammer Girls, even if it's heresy. Damn, so we're going to play Warhammer Girls for you and Trey. Maybe Trey might want to change it. I don't know. All right, Warhammer Girls, since Demon Carol was first, let's go.
All right, boys, we have another Red Boy Hyper Banger. Let's bring the ladies in.
Shout out to Demon Carol. A crazy $100 Red Boy. I appreciate that, my man. And then we got Blackguard with a $150 Red Boy. What are we doing for Blackguard, man? What are we doing? Blackguard. Did you say it in the chat? I'm looking. I'm trying to see. I know Trey said to give him goblins. It's just fucking crazy. Of course, Trey would want goblins. Why am I not surprised Trey would want goblins? But Blackguard says, elves, consider it done, bro. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, boys, we got another Red Boy Hyper Banger. Let's bring the ladies in.
Shout out to Blackguard. Thank you so much for that 150 Red Boy Hyper Banger. I appreciate that, my man. And then we got Trey, the fucking Joker himself, showing up at the last second, saying, fuck the rules and everything. Why am I not surprised? He wants goblins. So here we go.
All right, boys, we got another Red Boy Hyper Banger. Let's bring the ladies in.
Shout out to Trey, the ultimate troll. The ultimate troll. Shout out to Trey. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. And then for a 2, he says Warhammer, by the way. But then, of course, he changed his mind to goblins. So shout out to Trey, bro. Thank you for that 102. Appreciate that. All right, let's go over the numbers. Let's see. The numbers are in. I know I saw them before. Where is it at? Damn, is the chat moving that fast? Holy shit. Where is it? TJAP. There we go. Got it. Oh my God. Oh, Sonya's gonna be so fucking mad, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Holy shit.
$3 fucking dollars, bro. Oh. $3. I knew this was gonna be close. I knew it. I wonder what Dr. Spike is gonna say. Holy shit, man. All right, boys, that's what it is, man. Nabi at $189.99 against the former champion Akino at $186.73. Damn, bro. Akino always comes back to beat somebody who's been around for a while, and then she loses right away. It's crazy. The winner and the new Waifu Battle champion is none other than the one and the only Nami, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy. Let's do it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. Let's go. It's like ban Blackguard. Ban. Now Blackguard knows how Dr. Spike be feeling. All right, boys. Definitely there's coping and seething going on right now, without a doubt.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that's going to be it for the Waifu Battle, ladies and gentlemen. Nami's going to go backstage. She will face off against another waifu tomorrow. Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Do not miss it. Do not miss it, boys. We always have a lot of fun here. All right, man. Shout out to all you guys. Thank you so much for liking the stream, commenting, spamming the chat, super chatting, gifting memberships, everything. I appreciate it. And of course, shout out to the Hypnobots for doing what they do every single day, even though Sonya is pissed right now. I appreciate it. And I will see all you guys on the next one. Join me to the end for the raid. And you guys already know, man. Go be big. It's Go Be Gooners. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you gay. Yeah.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
The dog, or her cat, was named Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck it, yeah, John. Put a ticket in, make her lady gay. Fuck it, yeah, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in a weenie and make her fucking gay.
Fucking pronouns!
the black man. I bring light. I bring light. I bring light. I bring light. I bring light.